Paul. So we were talking about climates, Amy. Are there any sort of climates that you like to live, Amy? I would like to live in Iceland or Scandinavia, Paul. Interesting. Why would you like to live in that sort of climates, Amy? Hmm, the snow is just so beautiful, and my image of those countries is that their infrastructure is sufficient enough to keep you warm when you're inside. You know, but I'd say it's just so beautiful. The snow is amazing, it's quiet as everything. I think it's glorious. I just really like it. I used to ski when I was younger, so I like skiing, and I like the hills. And yeah, and the snow on the hills is just beautiful for me. How about you, Paul? Well, I love snow too, but I don't like it when it gets so slushy and sloppy, you know, and your feet are freezing. I think like the ideal of snow is really appealing. I'm not sure about living in it. I don't know, maybe the climate of like the Central Italy, kind of Mediterranean climate. I think that would be really quite pleasant. You know, not too hot by the sea. Although, yeah, in the summer it does get hot, but I don't think it's the humidity. I mean, right? I was just thinking about that. What kind of heat is it? Is it a dry heat, Paul? I think it is a dry heat. Yeah, yeah. Whereas the heat, obviously we get here is endurable a time, right? I mean, yeah, it's really bad. Yeah, Paul. So, Aime, what's the highest temperature? What's the range of temperature in southern Italy? What kind of climates do you know, Paul? Not sure. I guess maybe at this time of years it start getting up towards 20 degrees Celsius. Aime, that's nice, Paul. And then I think it does, place like Sicily. I think it does get pretty hot, probably like high 30 30 Celsius. Yeah, yeah. So, and I think the winters are probably quite mild, unless you're from the north of Italy, of course, near the mountains. I mean, yeah. Paul, down in the south, it's remain kind of pretty mild, I mean, huh? If it's in the map, it's my image of that. I never been to Italy, so I don't know. I've been to the south of France, and it got really hot. That was a nice temperature. It was dry, and yeah, the nighttime wasn't too hot either. It was really nice during the day. That was a nice climate, I think. An elementary school bus driver pulled into a gas station in Ohio because he had to use the bathroom. Instead of turning off the engine and taking the key with him, the driver left the bus running. It was cold. It was cold outside, and I didn't want the kid to get chilly while I was using the bathroom, he told a police officer. There were 20 kids on the bus. The driver forgot to set the emergency brake because he was in a hurry, he said. The bus slowly started rolling away from the gas station. As the bus picked up speed, the kids began yelling and screaming. 10 years old Jake had the composure to run forward to the driver's seat and grab the steering wheel. He pressed hard the brake pedal and managed to stop the bus as it approached a guardrail overlooking a creek bed. Jake turned off the ignition after the cops arrived at the scenes. They congratulated Jake on his heroic effort. That is one cool kid, said the police sergeant. I told him he would make a great police officer when he grew up. Jake wasn't impressed with what he had done. Stopping the bus, he said, was easy compared to playing Grand Theft Auto 3, his favorite action video game. The bus driver walking along the highway when arrested by the police, was initially charged with leaving a child united while motor vehicle is running. While that is only a minor driving violation, the country district attorney said he hoped to upgrade the charge to a felony because of the number of children involved. Whatever he is charged with, the DA said, I will see that he never drive a bus in this country again. Part 2 answer the question. Number 1. Why did the elementary school bus pull into a gas station? And the answer is because the driver want to go to the toilet. Number 2. What is the reason of driver bus to left the student on the bus? And the answer is because it's cold outside and the driver doesn't want cold student waiting outside. Number 3. Who saved the student and how he did it? And the answer is Jake saved the student by running in front of the driver's seat and held the steering wheel, and also Jake hit the brake pedal just before it hit the divider. Number 4. Why did the student what did the student begging, yelled and screaming on the bus? And the answer is because students are afraid cars that walk backwards without a driver driving. The story of the fox and the crow. I'm sure you won't know what food the fox like the most, and most of you will guess that the fox likes to eat chicken and stale, and the fox doesn't mind all that, especially if the chicken is very fat and fresh. But the fox also turns out the like cheese. Once upon a time, the fox was walking in the forest with a sharp sense of smell. The fox saw there was a crow up in the tree, and the fox saw the crow was very happy because there was a piece of cheese in his bag, and the fox greets the crow. Hello, Miss Crow, you look beautiful, said the fox. And Crow also asked the crow to sing because the crow's voice was very melodious. And when the crow began to sing and opened its beak, the piece of cheese fell from mouth and the crow ate it.